Hello, everyone, and welcome into the Offseason podcast. I'm Hunter, joined as always by Brodie and Trevor. We've got quite the show ahead for you. Some very funny stories. We're also going to play the game that we mentioned last week. Shout out to everyone who submitted pictures in their PDGA profile so we can play Guess My Division.
I forgot about that.
yeah.
I'm so excited now.
Very excited. We got some great submissions. But first, Trevor, why don't you tell us about the sponsor of today's episode?
Absolutely. Today's episode is sponsored by Mudwater. Very, very nice sponsorship from them. They are basically a product. Let's say everybody needs something to get through the morning. Okay. A lot of you are going to go to your coffee. I know I have in the past. Coffee, everybody needs some caffeine to get them woken up. Well, Mudwater, they make a product that can replace that. And here's why. Sometimes coffee can leave you feeling jittery. That caffeine can have a negative effect on you. You can have the crash afterwards. Well, what Mudwater does is they make something to swap that out for, made with only a fraction of the caffeine and all natural ingredients. Actually uses 4 mushrooms as the core ingredients to create this blend. And it has a fraction of the caffeine. You're not going to have the jitters and the crash afterwards. And it tastes quite delicious. I would describe it as kind of like a chai tea latte. It actually is one of those things that you wouldn't expect. You think it's going to taste like a health drink, but it is really good. And you warm it up. They also make some different coconut sweeteners and creamers that you can add to it as well. Completely delicious. So yeah, that's a great product there. They are also Whole30 approved, 100% USDA certified organic, non-GMO, gluten-free, vegan, and kosher. Plus, they donate monthly to support psychedelic research and has since day one. And right now, if you want to try Mudwater, they are hooking up our viewers with a special discount and a whole bunch of freebies. If you go to mudwater.com, that's mudwtr.com/foundation, you get $20 off your subscription, a free frother, and free samples of their coconut creamer and sweetener. That's Mudwater, mudwtr.com/foundation. Get $20 off that subscription, plus those freebies. I highly recommend checking it out. Thanks again to Mudwater for sponsoring the show today.
Heck yeah. So we're going to kick it off with this first story coming in from Jay. He said, "Hey guys, first off, huge fan of all the podcasts. They really help get me through the work week. I wanted to share this crazy disc golf story with you all. My buddy Justin and I met for a nice disc golf and fishing Saturday this past summer. The plan was to meet at a newer disc golf course in our area that plays along this catfish pond that was on hole 9 and then fish until our wives summoned us back home. Justin was still getting into disc golf, and he was asking me about some disc recommendations. He just had a starter set and a couple random discs in his drawstring bag. After playing a couple holes, I recommended a neutral/stable fairway driver and let him borrow my Savant. He really liked it. I told him to keep it, but he insisted that he would buy his own. So after our round, we walked back to our cars, exchanged our disc golf bags for our tackle boxes, and make our way to the pond. After a few minutes of fishing, Justin was reeling in and said, 'I think I have one. Feels small, but there's a tug.' The next part of the story is absolutely nuts. He proceeded to reel in a disc. We were laughing so hard as he pulls it out of the water. The hook didn't penetrate the disc. It was just resting on the flight plate lip. As if this wasn't wild enough, it was a Savant, the disc he wanted to buy. You may think this couldn't get any more bizarre, but stay with me. We then checked the bottom for a name or number, and there was no number, just a name written on the bottom. The name, Justin. He just caught the exact disc that he wanted with his own name on it. We were in total shock. It felt like a prank. It's one of the craziest things I've ever seen. For Christmas this year, I'm getting the disc, quote unquote, mounted for him like a fish and buying him a new Savant. Any ideas where I can find one? If you're interested, I can provide a follow-up picture. Thanks for letting me share.
I'm going to need a follow-up picture of it mounted because that is probably the most unbelievable story I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, that's why.
Buy a lottery ticket.
You guys ever play that card game called BS where you have to say how many?
Yeah,
I'm calling BS.
You're calling BS.
I think this
pretty outrageous.
I think this might be our first. I think they might have got you, Hunter.
Here's the only thing I would say.
First story that was made up.
Here's the reason I would say it's not is if you were going to make up a story about a disc, you would not insert the Savant into that in that story. Nobody knows what that disc is.
Very unique disc.
This is what we have to do. We have to go to a pond, put a disc that we can see in the pond, and see how long it takes us to get it out with
this wasn't the only story that was submitted. I don't have the second one in here, but it wasn't the only story that was submitted about a fisherman pulling out a disc with a hook.
I mean, I can believe it happens. Like if they're dragging across the bottom, that's reasonable.
You know how many times with a device that is created specifically to take a disc out of the water.
Disc retrievers stink, though.
More than a hook? A fish hook?
I don't know. If it was baseline, you probably would go. You'd probably hook through the plastic.
The other one that was submitted, I didn't put it in here, but they sent us the voicemail to go alongside it. But basically, this person threw a disc into Lake Superior, and a fisherman called them. They were like hours away from home, and a fisherman called them and had hooked their disc and reeled it in and called them, and they were from like the same town. They were like, they both were hours away.
People be hooking discs, Brodie. I think you just seen it catch up.
The voicemail was very funny because it was like the most Canadian sounding voicemail I've ever heard. It was hilarious, but the story wasn't that great.
I mean, the idea that you would catch a disc that's just like crazy layers, because catching a disc, whatever, that's not even that crazy.
That's not crazy.
To me, it's obviously a lot crazier that it's a Savant, not common disc. And then the fact that it had the same name on it, like
and no number.
That's borderline creepy.
Why are you so stuck up on Savant? I don't get it.
Because like, this is not a really popular mold.
Nobody throws it. Like in the Innova lineup, like when people throw Innova, they throw the same like 5 discs. Like everybody throws them.
It would be like
it'd be like in Discraft.
It's an Innova disc.
Yeah, exactly. You haven't heard of it because people throw like T-birds and Eagles. Like nobody throws a Savant.
It would almost be like catching a predator in the modern day Discraft landscape,
and still way more rare than that. There's
one of the guys that's in the like, I don't even know what the series
an Avenger,
is.
A stock Avenger.
I don't know what the series is actually called, but the one where I'm doing with, I'm picking like 4 local guys. I'm trying to help them get better.
Yeah,
I think one of the guys throws an XL. That's a Discraft disc.
That's an old school one. Yeah,
I've never seen that. I've never seen that before. Oh, that's probably why.
Yeah, I think it's out of production. I think it's been out of production for a little bit.
Hey, shout out to all the. Hey, I want to know if you throw the Savant or have a Savant in your bag. Let us know in the comments.
I want to see a Savant.
I want to see how many Savant people are out there.
The only reason
it's kind of a sick name.
Well, the only reason I ever had one
here.
The only reason I ever had one is because it was part of a players pack. Like it looks like Hunt. Where'd you get yours?
I have no idea.
I'm just saying, like, they were really,
players pack.
When they first launched them, Innova was like throwing them into a lot of like custom stamp player packs. Like that's what they were, because they were trying to like push the disc.
It's a good phenomenal disc.
Yeah, but like there's just other discs that are kind of around it.
It's a vulture.
It is kind of like a vulture.
Because it's a straighter Thunderbird.
Once again, it's just a straight vulture.
It's a straight vulture. Well, the problem why the Savant never caught on is it's a little too close to the Thunderbird, realistically. Like it's basically just you beat up a Thunderbird for a few rounds and then it turns into a Savant, and throwing a Thunderbird's way cooler.
These days it's kind of like basically a T-Bird 3, just a tick slower, like barely. It's literally almost a T-Bird 3.
Yeah, but it really the closest disc on the market would be a Vulture, because like a Vulture is basically a little bit straighter of a Thunderbird.
Vultures are fire.
And this one actually, this has Justin's name on it too.
Oh my gosh, they're all embossed.
I just fished it off the
Justin's
shelf.
name.
All right, well, let's go straight into the game here. So how this game's going to work, if you're an audio listener, I apologize in advance. There's no real good way to make this for audio.
We can describe them a little bit. You can
describe them as you look at them. But basically, we're going to throw a picture up. All these pictures
I'm about to turn off that AC too, Trevor.
Yeah, if someone can turn that AC off.
Go turn off the AC.
I'm about like clockwork, baby, every morning.
The AC.
So,
you guys cold over there? It's getting a little chilly. Do you turn the heater on?
Silas can't hear it in his monitoring. That's why he wasn't turning it off.
It's a little chilly up there.
What's the temperature in Vegas right now?
It's like 50s, 60s. It's freezing cold in the morning, but then it gets close to 60s when the sun kind of
basically the same here right now.
It'll be 48 today.
50.
That's not too bad.
No, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
It's just cold in the morning.
Yeah, it's like 20
these pictures that were submitted were all ones that people already had, and most of them are from tournaments. I tried to select ones that had people's like bags in them as well, or at least enough context that you can really try to narrow it down and figure it out. But Sci Guy, why don't you just throw up the first?
So are we doing what rating or what division?
Division. Let's do division they play.
Okay. Are we doing anything with in regards to like MA 40, like that stuff, or where it's like
no age protection?
No,
it's literally just, so we're doing MA 4 through MPO. That's all we're doing.
Yeah.
All right. I need to enhance this.
You got a full screen.
He's got the Robbie C towel.
Yeah, right away I see the Robbie C towel.
Are we doing this together as a group? I think we should.
I think we each
I
submit
know
our
the
guess.
I know the answers.
So I guess me and you submit our guess.
And I'll reward points.
Well, should we talk it out and try to help each other?
Yeah, we can.
I feel like, okay,
right away.
Robbie C towel maxed out at MA2. Cannot be higher than MA2.
The tucked in shirt definitely gives the impression of a guy like this guy gives the poser impression. I don't want to say poser because like
Trevor throwing that out
you're
there.
allowed to dress however you want to a tournament. He gives the impression of a guy who is in a lower, like an AM division, but is dressing like he wants to be in the pro division someday, which is respectable.
Is there any
arm sleeve?
We enhance that shirt. I can't see what the heck is on the back of that shirt.
It's probably
what
some
does that
tournament.
say?
I can open it.
That's probably some like tournament or,
Sure he's
or
not like
club.
Dark. Sure he's not Dark Horse sponsored by some like
That doesn't
retail
help
store or
us,
something?
even if he was.
It does. No, it does a little bit. I think it does a little bit.
Disc Golf Dojo, Silas
Disc Golf
said.
Dojo's on the back of his shirt.
That doesn't help us. The arm sleeve is a little tricky actually because I feel like an arm sleeve says one of two things: either I have arm problems or I've got a cannon for a forehand.
This guy's MA3 all over. This guy's screaming MA3 for me.
I would actually. The problem with this guy is he's a coin toss for me. He's either MPO or he is MA2. I don't think when you have that much gear, like if you're still like, I don't know, he's young. Like this guy looks like he has an athletic build. I think he's fighting his way out of MA3 pretty quick in his disc golf career. I'm going to give him Disc Golf Dojo too. I'm going to give him MA1.
MA1. The point goes to Brodie. So he
MA3?
He played MA3 most of the year. He has played one MA2 tournament. So he just moved up, but currently I would classify him an MA3 player. Had Trevor said MA2, it might have been a half point because he did his most recent tournament was MA2.
I should have stuck to MA2.
But
you don't
he played
see
most
him
of
with
his
that
stuff
towel.
MA3.
The towel
Robbie
was
C towel
probably
maxed out at MA2.
You're right. The towel is probably my giveaway.
Yeah, the towel should have been it. All right, Trevor or Silas, we got the next picture.
That was funny. That was a tough one.
Oh, all right.
This guy.
You know who this guy is, Trevor?
No, but this guy is for sure MPO or MA1.
I do want to say it is a little difficult on my end. Not sure on your end. Super pixelated for me, so I am doing my best.
I see it pretty clear.
How do you see it clear?
Wi-Fi, baby.
Yeah, at Foundation Wi-Fi.
I can describe it a little bit for you, Brodie. So he's wearing.
I can't.
What's he throwing, Hunter? Can you tell what he's throwing?
Silas just did something to make it better for me.
My end.
I can see it better now. Silas just did something. Okay, he's got the Ezra Squatch bag. Okay.
I don't know what to take from that.
I think it's a Nate Perkins Zen 2. Just in his hand.
And why is he holding it in a forehand grip?
Yeah, he's holding it. Is that not a forehand
actually a Zen 2 that he's holding in a forehand grip?
Well, but, I mean, you don't know if he's about to throw forehand.
It's
he looks
super
very casual.
flippy. It's super flippy.
But I'm never holding something that I don't throw forehand in a forehand grip.
Well, he's just kind of holding it.
I don't know. That is concerning to me because immediately I looked at the guy. I'm like, okay, he's put together. Wait, what kind of pants are we rocking as well?
That looks like corduroy to me.
The problem is another one of those coin toss guys where this guy could be so dirty. How many
shoes? The shoes make me.
I feel like if you're carrying the Ezra Squatch bag, I don't know that the Ezra Squatch bag is getting carried by like pros. I think if you're a pro, you're carrying the full Squatch bag. I feel like this guy actually is leaning AM. I'm gonna go MA2.
MA2 for Trevor, Brodie.
Okay.
But if he's MPO, then I guess I deserved that because I second guessed.
See, no, I don't think he's MPO.
The Zen forehand grip, I don't like it.
The shoes, I'm worried about the shoes a little bit.
Yeah, his outfit is very casual, which could mean one of two things. He's either disgusting or I don't know. It's something about the Ezra Squatch bag. It's all putting to me.
This guy's giving me MA1 vibes. MA1
from Brodie.
Yeah.
And the point goes to Trevor. He is MA2. Yes! Travis Gibson.
Yes.
MA2 player.
Right.
Oh, there we go. That's big.
All right, we got three more. We got three more coming up here. So
all right, tough.
A lot of chances here. All right, here's the next one.
Oh man.
Kim Image?
Oh man.
What the heck is Kim Image? Is that like a chemistry shirt?
This guy.
All right, what disc did he?
It's a destroyer. Destroyer. He's throwing a Halo Destroyer. That means not. The funny thing about, I mean, this is golf and this is really any sport, but like,
do we know this course?
what kind of bag is he holding?
Can we tell what course this is?
I think it's a dynamic bag.
Yeah, that dynamic bag.
That's low.
Like, yeah, I'm telling you, this guy has like lower AM divisions written.
Still taking pictures of aces. That's low.
He's gonna be sneaky good though. This guy Hunter, man, he's deceptive. I
played the cards that were sent to me.
Can you tell us if the bottom of the barrel is MA4 for this game, or is it MA3?
No, the bottom would be MA4. I'm not gonna say if anyone's in that, but like that could be an option.
Okay, that's considered.
Oh, so
MA3.
Trevor?
I'm gonna draw a crazy conclusion right now. I think that this is one of those guys. Okay, he's got money. He works for Chem Image. He's got money. He's a smart guy. He's never really been a big sports guy. Okay, but he picked up disc golf. He's got all the necessities. And he's like
shoes
sneaky,
are he wearing?
He's sneaky pretty good. Doesn't matter. He's like, it's like, think about Mark Zuckerberg, right? He's the guy, he's a sleeper. This guy's a sleeper. I'm saying he plays
choked out in
MA1.
MA1 for Trevor.
Sleeper MA1.
The point goes to Trevor. He plays MA1. He actually just moved up.
I'm so dirty.
He just moved up to MPO, but he hasn't cashed yet, so I'm not going to give him MPO. He played like 10 tournaments in MA1. And he's played like 2 or 3
sleeper build
in MPO.
Wow.
So MA1. So Trevor's up 2-1. Y'all hit. There's always an option where like no one gets it right. That hasn't happened yet. Someone's got it every time.
Sleeper.
All right,
that's because they're all coin tosses.
They are. Here we go.
Oh, no, he's wearing. Dude. What are those? Those are Birkenstocks. Oh my god,
dude! And the flag bag. This guy is a hobbyist. MA4. I agree.
He's got Paul's
MA4.
flag bag.
That was an instant MA4, and y'all are both wrong. MA1. He actually just moved up to MPO. He just hasn't cashed yet. But he's been playing the solid MA1 season. Almost qualified.
Open toe shoes.
That's Micah. There's Micah. All right, so still 2-1 Trevor. All right, I think this is the last one right here.
Going for the top.
Oh, heck yeah. This guy's posing.
That pose. That's so funny.
There we go.
Can anyone have any identify of that hat?
Is he wearing Idios? No, just hiking shoes. There's hiking shoes.
I will try to find the hat.
And he's got the Swatch bag.
Is that like
an
old?
I have no idea what's on that hat.
Is that an old rusty hat?
Did I see fly dye in his bag?
There is at least 2 fly dye discs, it looks like.
That's an indicator.
No, I think one's Halo. One's Halo, one's fly dye.
Okay, I mean, he's literally playing in work clothes, right? 100%. Like he just got done working.
I think that's a Carhartt up top and some khakis.
Yeah, he literally just got done working.
MA3.
Brodie?
No, I recant that. MA2.
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 That's what I was gonna.
I think he's an intermediate guy.
I was gonna guess MA2, but now I can't guess that because I need to try to tie. Oh gosh, MA1 or MA3? There's no shot this guy's MA1, right? I'm gonna do it. MA1. I don't know. I'm gonna. Why not?
All right. The correct answer was MPO. He's actually made $500 this year, so he's cashed multiple times.
He's nasty.
Yeah.
He played us, man. He played us.
He played you like a fiddle. That's Jack Schroeder. Shout out Jack. That was the toughest one.
Oh,
yeah, he's
man.
made $500 this season.
That was super tough.
I've got a ton of other submissions, so that was a fun game. I had to bring that back.
That was a lot of fun. That game is like the hardest game ever because you either get somebody completely right or completely wrong. Because like that guy. Yeah, I believe that he's an MPO player. Like you see guys like that all the time.
I did cherry pick his image a little bit. Most of these guys sent me 4 or 5 pictures, and I just picked the one that I thought was the hardest to tell.
No, I respect that. Completely respect
that. To our
that.
audio listeners too, that was an absolute fire segment.
Yeah, people love it.
Hop
people
on YouTube. Get us 35K subs. Trying to hit 35K subs right now.
No. During the stream.
This has to happen during the stream.
Before we go on to the topics,
when is this stream happening? Because we're about to have a fire tour life.
It's about tonight when this comes out.
As of this
Thursday,
coming out.
Thursday night.
All right. Oh, wait. Okay, I might have to adjust the number. Because like, what if Tour Life goes viral?
That's true.
This is
And then we
ridiculous.
get
Who's on Tour Life? Who's on Tour? Well, who was on Tour Life yesterday, Brodie?
Me and Healy. What are you talking about? Come on.
It's just y'all
What else
two?
do you? Yeah. What else do you
No,
need,
that won't
brother?
go viral.
What else do you
No,
need,
that won't go
brother?
viral. Tour Life's just fully guest dependent.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, John Rahm's coming on, so it should be a fire episode.
Wait, really?
No, no.
Oh.
He's not doing media. He did
So
his
you're gonna
media
get some
run.
live golf answers?
Yeah.
How'd you
Yeah,
feel about that announcement, Brodie?
If he wouldn't have said the things he said, I think it would have been all right. Like, he was pretty adamant about live being kind of a joke, it not really being about golf. Like, it's not real. He literally said a 54 hole tournament is not an actual golf tournament. So I think he kind of dug himself a little bit in the grave. But however, I will say, just to defend him a little bit, I will say, like, the PGA Tour kind of did a bunch of stupid stuff.
Yeah.
From when he said that to when he signed with Liv, a bunch of stupid stuff kind of happened. And I feel like he, being like a top 3 player in the world, wasn't really in some of maybe those conversations that he should have been. So I can see how he was like, hey, I'm kind of feeling left out here, and these people are throwing $600 million at me. I'm going to take the 600 mil. So, I mean, I can see
well,
it,
he
but
can still, with the merger, he can still play majors and everything now, right?
yeah, I mean, it also looks like too, Rory's like basically saying that he should also be playing in the Ryder Cup, which is also one of the things that was like a big kind of question mark for people. But for those that aren't really big golf fans, the whole premise of this thing is, he's still going to get slammed on social media, and deservingly so, right? There are going to be people that are going to be upset about it, and I think he realizes that's going to happen. But if you have $600 million, like, it makes those things probably not as
those
big
things
of a
are a
deal.
little bit. Before we get into the topics, I want to take a moment to shout out our monthly subscription boxes. We actually just had a big old restock of them just in time for Christmas, just in time for the December box, which is going to give you 2 holiday themed stamped discs, as well as a special little Santa surprise in the middle, because each month, if you haven't heard of it before, you get 3 premium discs plus a swag item for $45 each and every month. I just want to read 2 quick reviews of what people are saying. We have 35 plus reviews, 5-star reviews over there. So these are 2 of them that I picked out. This first one was from Matt. He said, these monthly boxes are seriously a crazy good value. It's evident that thought and effort go into the monthly selections. If you like trying new discs as much as I do, then treat yourself and sign up for these boxes when they're available, like they are right now. And this other one comes from Tyler Fikes. He said, this subscription is by far the best one I have seen out of any other company that does this. For the price of the box versus what you actually get, it's really cool. I've been part of it for 5 to 6 months now, and I have never been disappointed. I always look forward to getting my monthly box just to see what goodies I got. So if you want to enjoy it like Tyler and Matt, you can head over to foundationdiscs.com and check out the monthly subscription box. Like I said, 3 premium discs plus a swag item, $45 to your door each and every month. And this Christmas one, I'm pretty excited for. But let's get into some topics here.
Real quick though, how much disc is there? Any Discraft kind of coming in this Christmas one, right? A little bit.
Yeah, it's a little that's the Santa surprise. A little Santa surprise in the middle there. Special Discraft disc.
Is there a chance we can get one sent to me, and I'll play Sunset with only the subscription box and see what I shoot?
Okay.
Do a little YouTube video.
Yeah, we can make that happen. There you go.
I mean, if it's the best subscription box of all time, I should be able to shoot decent.
It's in the conversation. We're having a conversation right now. People are talking.
That will be the test.
Yeah, that is a fair test. So this first topic comes from Isaac Mangrum. He said, hole 18 on the final round of a tournament. Playing a long par 4, second shot goes long and left of the basket where there was OB. It was out of sight, and we couldn't exactly see what happened, but I certainly thought it was OB. We get up there, and the disc is hanging on the fence, which is the OB line, in a statistically improbable spot to have landed. I guess maybe it's possible to hit it. I don't know what he's trying to say here, but I guess it's possible to have landed and be hanging on the wooden fence on top of the post. It's hard to describe. Let's just say, for some reason, if it landed there, it was the most improbable thing in disc golf history. However, there was no one in the area. The card that finished before us was long gone and went nowhere near that spot. We also could see the area the whole time, just not the ground where it landed. So what most likely happened was someone walked by quickly while we weren't looking and set the disc on the fence. However, never saw it and never saw the person. So I played it as safe because I'm not going to assume something I didn't see. I see it safe and didn't see anyone move it, therefore safe. Some call it cheating, and well, while they're probably right, it would be the only time I ever cheated. I think it's justified not playing at OB.
Well,
are we turning into like a therapy almost session?
I think so.
Like people
just had
are
to
like,
confess.
yeah, they have like so much guilt about something that
Well,
they
here's
like
the
have
deal.
to get
I'm
it off their
confused about
chest.
him. I'm confused about what scenario this was out of bounds in. Like, where
So,
was the disc laying?
That's the thing.
Allegedly.
That's the
Saying it
thing.
might have been on the other side of the fence, and then someone
So,
got it.
yeah.
Oh, so
The
it's
shot
put it
100% looked like it was skipping over this fence OB. Like
Someone might
it
have
seemed like
picked
no
it up.
shadow of doubt, but when they got up there, it was hanging on the fence post. Like it was just sitting hanging.
yeah.
Like clearly it had been placed there. But there's no
nobody saw it.
evidence.
Well, yeah, you can't.
So-
Unfortunately, yeah, you got to just play that. No cheating.
Not unfortunately, fortunately.
Well, yeah, unfortunately
Isaac,
for
you didn't
anybody else.
cheat. Yeah, that's
Well,
what you're
would have been
supposed
really
to do.
funny if it were hanging to where the discs were still hanging out of bounds. That would
That
have
would
been
have sucked.
funnier.
That would have
On
sucked.
the other side.
Yeah, because it's all
That'd
about
have
which
been
way
tough.
the disc
Have you
was
guys
hanging.
seen the video where it was like an elderly guy that lives on a golf course, and he would fake getting hit by a golf ball?
Yes.
Yeah.
He like lay
like
down
when
next to people's golf balls.
When the
Yeah.
golfers would show up, they would
Which
just
is brutal. Like you'd be horrified
I
if
would
you
be
saw
so
that.
scared.
I'd be like, oh my gosh, I just
Yeah.
like that's manslaughter. Like
You should just someone should go do that at La Mirada. There's like 35 different or not La Mirada at De La. There's like
yeah, you don't
35
even have to
different
try there.
options.
I
No, the
almost died
parking
within
lot.
5 minutes of being
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
If
just
you
stand in
if
the
you're
parking lot.
lying like over top a car and have like someone's disc right next to you.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Literally
You
almost
just
died
have
there.
endless entertainment out there.
Yeah.
That's I saw
Oh.
Trash Panda posted a video of if they were throwing, I don't know if it was the Dune or their new disc or whatever, out doing the top of the world, and they were like, there's no better shot in disc golf. And then now that I've played that course, I know that the disc just turned over and would have just killed someone on hole one's tee if anyone was standing there. Like now that
yeah.
I've played it, I'm like, that's just straight at hole one's tee.
You're basically in a minefield walking up that hill on those holes.
Yeah, that was terrifying. That battle
Yeah.
drops this upcoming week. The De La
I
battle.
think it might be next Tuesday.
Yeah, we finally are.
filmed that like 6 months ago.
Yeah, we filmed it in June.
Oh
It
my
comes out,
gosh.
it
What the
comes out like
heck?
next week.
We have
This
battles for the whole
rollout
year.
process is nuts.
Yeah, we filmed 6 months worth of battles
It's
out on the
about
West
to
Coast.
dry up.
This is it. This is
Yeah.
the last two battles. We have De La, and then we have a sick golf course, Boulder Creek.
Boulder Creek, yeah, it's
Boulder
awesome.
Creek.
Why does that sound like that's in Colorado, but it definitely isn't.
Because there's a place
Not-
called Boulder Creek in Colorado, probably.
Yeah, I think it's where Eagles from, Boulder Creek, Colorado.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe that makes sense.
Yeah, we left De La and we were going to this Boulder Creek course, and Trevor just said the name of the course, and I typed it into my
I forgot
maps,
about this.
and
Oh, no.
I apparently typed in Boulder Ridge, but I just typed it in, and we were like 30 minutes from the course. I'm like, great. And Trevor had looked it up before, and it should have been like 30 minutes from the course. So everything checked out. And so I'm driving, I pull up to this course, and it's like private property. Like there's this huge gated entrance, and it's a true country club they were pulling into. And I was like, this place has disc golf? And Trevor's like, well, this is Boulder Creek.
You didn't do it on UDisc. You did it on like maps.
I just typed it into maps.
First mistake.
Blunder,
First mistake.
blunder.
This is 2 weeks of me not messing up. This
Yeah,
is
it's
the
true.
last day, and it proved me right all the way through. And so I'm starting to pull in, and I'm like, there's no way this place has disc golf. Like this looks like a really nice golf course, like private.
Well, we never
The
even made
houses
it
around
to the
it.
gate. Like,
Yeah, no, we were just like, as soon as I got through the gate, I was like, this can't have disc golf. And then Trevor said like Boulder Creek, or I'm like, no, Boulder Ridge. He's like, no, Boulder Creek. I was like, oh no. And we were already showing up like 10 minutes before the battle, like we were running a little late. And so I'm like, oh frick. And so then I typed in Boulder Creek, where we were supposed to go. Turns out I had driven us 30 minutes the opposite way. So we were now about an hour from where we were supposed to be. And we had about 10 minutes before the battle was supposed to start.
it's good
so
stuff.
luckily we texted the guys we were playing, and
They were
we
cool.
didn't get a gallery or anything there because obviously it's a golf course and we didn't know if we were going to pay for a gallery or anything. So it was just the people we were playing waiting for us. And so we texted them and we're like, hey, we're going to be there in like an hour. And luckily they were all cool about it and said, no worries. And so then the route from this Boulder Creek from Boulder Ridge to Boulder Creek was just like the curviest roads up and over
Oh,
this
gosh.
mountain.
Yeah.
And so Trevor and Connor were getting car sick in the back.
Oh, no.
It was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be like straight, like Lynchburg's somewhat hilly. So like I've driven on some backcountry, like hilly roads. I've never seen anything like this. Like, I mean, just like there were moments where I was turning and I was like, I don't know if this car can physically go up this hill. And we did it though. Some massive trees. It was gorgeous.
We did switchbacks for, it felt like an hour one trip. And it was Kelsey was like almost done. She was like, I turn around. We're done. Question. I don't know who could set this up, because my initial thought right now would be we would be all in it. But just hearing you doing like the directions and messing up gave me this idea of like, it would be so fun to set up like one leg of like the Amazing Race, of where we're having to drive, find places to do. And then there's like a detour where you have to pick two different things, one that we have to do, and then like a roadblock where one person has to do it. And the teams, in my opinion, would be you guys, then get the editors, Silas and Connor, and then me and Kelsey. And if we did like a little amazing, I don't know who could set that up, because all of us would be involved. We would have to find like some sort of maybe Brad. Yeah, maybe Brad could set something up. That would be, to me, that would be a fun video.
We've tried figuring it out multiple times, and we just haven't ever quite got the pieces right. But to do a like disc golf Amazing Race,
yes,
yeah,
something like that would be incredible.
We just haven't quite got the pieces together. Because I
would
was
have to do it not in Lynchburg too, which would be a tough thing because you guys know all the courses and everything.
Yeah,
but if we did it like in Charlotte, where there's like hundreds of courses, and you got like a clue at what course you need to do a challenge at, and we had to try to figure out what course it was. Oh my god!
I mean, we could probably, there's enough courses in Dallas too, isn't there?
Yeah, but they're so spread out.
Yeah, you better decide the right course.
Your entire one person's episode could be them just driving the entire time. They never even actually get to any of the tasks. That would suck.
Yeah, Charlotte would work. Why does my camera do that?
Yeah, Hunter, I feel like I'm squinting.
What's your camera doing?
It just like gets me out of focus. There we go. I'm back. All right, this next one comes from Pee-wee 23.
Can your camera do this?
My camera cannot do that, unfortunately.
Okay.
I wish. Nope. No one's but Brodie's. This is from Pee-wee 23. This is just a story. I thought it was a fun story though. He said, back in 2006, my buddy Jimmy signed me up to play my very first tournament, a non-sanctioned event in OKC called the Okie Doubles. I was an amateur at the time, for I'd only been playing about 6 months, but he'd been playing for a couple years, so we signed up to play in advance. That Saturday morning, there were literally hundreds of people there, and I was extremely nervous. It was a shotgun start, so we started on hole 11. We threw our first shots and ended up about 30 feet from the pin. Jimmy let me putt first. The putt was about 6 feet downhill with a couple trees in the way, so I throw it, and I hit dead center into the chains for the birdie. As nervous as I was, that was extremely exciting for me, but being a new player, I didn't know I was supposed to clear the basket. The guy from the other team smarted off and said, if you don't even know to clear the basket, you really shouldn't be out here.
Yeah.
Now, mentally, I'm thinking I've already messed up, and I was mad at the same time because it was very disrespectful how he came across. So everyone finishes out the hole, and we move on to hole 12. My team has the box, and we're facing a 230-ish foot uphill tunnel shot. I throw first. I land about 20 feet short, which was a good shot and gave me some confidence back. Then my partner Jimmy steps up and throws an absolute beautiful shot that just lights up the chains for an ace. He immediately turns around and looks that guy right in the eyes and says, "Don't worry, I'll clear that." And then walks the entire hole to retrieve his disc. The guy didn't say anything, but man, what an awesome moment that was. When all was said and done, we ended up in like 28th out of 32 teams, but it made my weekend. Also, Jimmy split the ace pot with me, so I walked out ahead in the end.
There you go. What kind of stupid line is that if you don't even know to clear the chains out? There's nothing. There is no worse gatekeeper activity out there than like making a big stink out of unwritten rules. Like, you cannot, all you have to say is, "Hey, would you mind cleaning out the basket for me?" And that person is going to be like, "Sure." And then they'll learn. They'll know, that must be a thing you do in disc golf. Like, that's how you should learn unwritten rules, not making a snarkier, like, what a jerk, dude. Like, how did you learn how to, like, that you're supposed to do that? You probably somebody told you.
Maybe someone told him in this way. Maybe someone said it to them.
Maybe, it's a chain reaction. It's chain reaction.
I got to teach a lot of the FA3 girls at Halloween Classic that even though your disc is really close to the basket, you just slapping the change with your disc doesn't actually count. But quick soapbox. One of my pet peeves is people thinking their niche sport is like so cool because the people that play it are way better than everyone else. People suck across the board. No matter what sport you go to, if you go even go to like rock climbing, I bet there's people in rock climbing that suck.
It sounds like an ultimate wound.
Yeah, this notion that like your sport is awesome because the people you play it is awesome. I hate that because you look at like I could easily hear people being like, yeah, golf sucks because they're so like, oh my gosh, you go out there, you do something wrong. This guy's doing exactly what we talk about. Like this guy sucks. This guy sucks.
Yeah.
True.
And
there are sucky people wherever you go.
There's just sucky people no matter what. But I agree with Trevor. There's certain rules that you have no idea.
Well,
like the easiest way to golf is like walking in someone's line.
No, I had no clue.
You have no idea
because they're not actual rules.
Yeah,
it's just like a courtesy thing.
I can tell you for free, if somebody told me to clear the basket that way, you are not going to see me clear the basket on any remaining hole for that day. Clear it yourself.
I wonder why.
Like, sorry.
It almost surprises me that's not a PDGA rule. Because, like, if I leave a disc in, it could technically affect your lie. Like, you could trampoline off it.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty unlikely. If it's in the chains, obviously, that's a completely different story. In the bottom of the basket, it's very unlikely, but it could happen.
Yeah, no, I never care if someone clears it or not. But I'm just saying, I'm surprised that it might be a PDGA rule.
It might be in the rules that you can, like, request it.
In golf, if someone hits a hole in one, the next guys just tee off, right? They don't wait for him to go up and clear the ball.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, in disc golf, you don't technically have to clear the basket for an ace anyway.
Like, there's never been 2 home ones like ever in the history of golf in a row.
No, I know, but
I was gonna say disc golf. Yeah. I got my double A story from college.
I'm wondering though if that's what the rule is for pace of play issues. Because if the rule was once a disc is in the basket, it must be cleared before everyone else plays. Now, if you do have someone ace a hole that's 450 feet, no one else can throw until it gets cleared.
Yeah,
which would be, I mean, unless you have someone sprinting down.
What is the maximum? So in tournament play, I'm trying to think of like tournament play. What is the maximum distance that you're going to clear out a basket? Like, I think everybody has a different answer for this because some people would like be so, because like if it's a YouTube video and one of us aces, like we're going to sprint to the basket pretty immediately.
And the thought too is like someone has like, you have to say like someone has like a 10 or 15 foot shot closer, right? Like someone's about to throw closer than you.
Because like
I'd say like 150.
I would say outside 200.
So like maximum, like you're gonna
what's
clear
the
it every
max
time.
that you would like go clear your basket on an ace? Because like people do it almost as a ceremonial thing in disc golf. Like that's the thing. It has nothing to do with like
if it's 250 feet out, I'm high-fiving everyone.
So like you'll see clips, Brodie. Typically older ones. I don't know if it happens much anymore. If like a guy gets an ace, even if it's like 350 feet, and they'll jog to the basket and like go get it. It's a thing that you've seen that in disc golf. Like people just do that. It's more of almost like a celebratory thing rather than like a courtesy thing.
Gotcha. Sorry, I was saying I wouldn't clear the basket for anything made inside of like or outside of 200 feet. Like if I make a shot from 210 feet, I'm not clearing it.
If I ace in a tournament setting, like I'm not running to the basket. Like if it's one thing if I do it on camera and I'm trying to make a spectacle out of it, but like there's no shot that I'm going to be in the middle of a tournament golf round and go jog down to the basket. Like I just couldn't do it.
What'd you guys say?
I said like 150 is like my
if it were like a really short par 3, I mean I'm still not like I'm just not doing it, and I'm only doing it if I'm with like my buddies and I'm trying to make a spectacle.
Well, if we're like if I was playing Peaks View,
100, I'll do it from 500 feet.
Casual rounds, I'm not clearing.
No, I'm never clearing
I'm not
casual.
I would say anything like outside of 80 feet, I'm not clearing.
But like
casual,
if you're playing Peaks View in a tournament, hole 3.
Yeah,
I could see the really
is that the one that Connor's never aced?
Yeah,
that's the one. That's how we know it.
I could see like me acing and someone on the card being like, "Oh, you mind clearing that?" I could see that happening.
And I'd be like, no, man, don't worry. You're not going to ace it.
Okay,
I would
but what if
I would turn to him in that moment and I would say, if your disc falls out of the basket because of mine, I will give you $5 million. And then I'd let them throw.
But what
Because
if
it
I would
won't
not
happen.
do that.
what if
it won't happen.
what if you guys were playing on the Disc Golf Pro Tour event and you did it? Would that change it? The fact that it's being filmed?
If I have, like,
if
a
I'm being
camera on
filmed,
me,
I might be more inclined to make a
there's
spectacle.
Shirts
there's
coming off.
250 people
There's a
watching.
gallery, then I'm
You're
making a show.
sprinting?
I'm making a
Okay,
show
all right.
out of it.
Still,
Yeah.
So if there's a gallery and it's an ace, I think I'm not running it in. If it's like short enough, then yes. And if it's long enough, then yes. But I think like the
middle
like
ground.
200 to like 330,
Act
I'm
like
not
you've been
running
there
it in.
before, you know?
But like if it's like a 400-foot ace of like I'm sprinting in because like
How fast are we? How fast are you sprinting? Like a slightly
you
wooded
gotta
400
hype it.
foot
You
hole.
gotta hype it up enough because you have a chance of being on SportsCenter now.
That's
So
true.
You've got your reaction
That's
matters
true.
drastically for SportsCenter.
You hit like hit like the MJ jumping fist pump. Like
yeah, you can't act like you've been there
mid-run.
before if you just hit a 420-foot ace because if you're just cool about
die.
it, then SportsCenter's never
I
picking
want
it
to
up.
see. I want to see somebody. Somebody needs to just start leaning into just ridiculous celebrations. Like I want to see somebody make a jump putt and hit a Heisman pose. Like I want to see just some
Matty O, I can see
stupid.
that.
Somebody needs to hit that LeBron like silencer thing he does where he pounds his chest.
I'll break
do
them all
the,
out during the monthly match next year.
Oh gosh.
If I ace ever on tour and
Here we
there's
go.
cameras,
Here we go.
There's cameras. This is very unlikely because acing is unlikely and me being filmed is unlikely. But if those two things happen ever, I will hit the what is it? The Sioux
The Ronaldo one.
on my way to the basket. I'll run, and then when I get to the basket, I'll jump up, turn around, and do this as I
How
grab
much
the
air are
disc
you
out of
getting
the
on that
basket.
jump? Just enough to
It's
pivot.
tough to say.
Yeah.
Tough to say.
That would be so funny. Oh my gosh. If you get if you find yourself on a feature or lead card this year, like all eyes on you. Because that would be so funny. You're gonna like intentionally be playing bad on short par threes. You're gonna be like, I can't make an ace right now. That would be so funny. Right next to the basket.
Yeah.
There's like 25 people looking at you like, what is this guy doing right now?
Now, Jeff R has an important question. He wants to know who's taller, Silas or Brodie.
It's actually Silas by like an inch.
I think Silas is 6'6", right?
Yeah. Silas is dummy tall.
Silas, how tall are you? What does it say on your
We had you
driver's
stand
license?
back to back.
No, Silas is definitely taller than me.
His driver's license is 5'11". Because he hasn't updated.
That was when he was like 16.
But Silas
All right, does he officially
super
know how
tall.
tall he is though?
No.
Like, does he have like an official height, like
No.
6'6.5" or something, or no?
He does not.
No clue. Okay.
Maybe we need that in the new when we get a new place, we get put on the wall, like,
Yes.
see how tall you are compared to Silas, and it's Silas' silhouette.
That'd be funny. It'd be very funny.
That's like the when you go like the NBA
like,
store
Hall
or
of
whatever.
Fame.
It's like
Yeah.
the hands.
It's just Silas'
height.
silhouette. See how
Well, it's
tall
funny.
Silas is.
The amount of people that have told Trevor and I were taller than they thought because we're constantly filming with Brodie, Silas, and Robbie.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Tall-
People don't realize
tall guys.
Robbie. People don't realize Robbie's tall either.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
6'3".
And he's like, yeah. And so Trevor and I are like 6'2", but like we just look tiny compared to everyone else.
We are like average height men, and
Yeah,
we
I'm
look
like
short with the
5'10" and a
guys
half.
we film with. It's just how it is. Whatever. I think
Happens.
we hear some people also say you're shorter than we thought in person.
We've heard that a few times.
But I think that the tally
I
is
forget
definitely
those.
in favor of you're taller than you look.
Yeah,
and that
taller always feels
good.
good. Yeah, feels
Yeah, it
great.
does.
Shorter, I would say, is only like movie people because they literally
Because they're all short.
they make it look like you're taller than you actually are.
Also
like,
true.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
Like
do
Josh
stuff.
Hutcherson, the guy in the Hunger Games, is like 5'5".
Wait, who's he?
Peter Malark.
Oh, see, yeah, like I
Yeah.
wouldn't. I
He's
would.
like
I would think you.
5'5".
I would think you'd like you be your height. But
Well, I
yeah,
think
they
they
do
had-
all those camera tricks and stuff to make
Yeah.
it so like when they walk through a door, it doesn't.
Well,
look like
sometimes
the
they'll
door
straight up
is
put him in
massive.
heels. I forget if it was either Batman or
No.
Bane.
They wear heels?
Either Batman or not heels, but like lifts. because either Batman or Bane in The Dark Knight Rises, one of the two, to be able to look the other one eye to eye, had to wear. He was either Tom Hardy or Christian Bale. Probably Tom Hardy. I think he's pretty short. Had to wear lifts. Like, yeah, I feel like if you're in Hollywood and you're 6 foot, you look like the tallest guy ever on film. Like, you look like a presence. Matter of fact, if you're 5'10", you look like a tall guy on camera. How much? We need to start shooting our videos that way.
How much money do you need to, like? Because I feel like that's very is it masculating? Is that the word? Of where like you
to look
if
taller?
Someone's like, hey, we need you to wear lifts today.
Oh, emasculating.
How much money? Sure. How much money are you making? Like if you did a commercial and they're like, hey, I'm paying you $100 to do this commercial, and they're like, hey, you're gonna have
nobody's gonna know.
Are you you're just doing it?
Yeah, of course. Nobody's gonna know.
I don't care about my height.
Yeah,
now, if I had like if I was like 5'7" or something where I like felt short and then someone said that, then I might have a different answer.
That's what I'm saying.
But
like
knows.
You are. Yeah, but it's still like
I'm not like self-conscious about my height because I'm like, I feel like I'm a pretty normal heighted guy. But if I felt short, then it might be like a few $100.
Like the other options, like, all right, hey, in this scene, you're gonna take your shirt off and then do this, and this, and then you like get to this scene, you take your shirt off, and they're like, okay, actually, you just keep your shirt on. And
that's like, a little different.
That's kind of roughly the same thing.
That's different. That's a lot worse.
That's tough.
It's like, hey, you're gonna get in the pool, so you're gonna have to, strip down to your boxers and jump in, and it's like, actually, just jump in with your clothes. I think that might be better.
Keep shirt on. That's worse. That's definitely worse than having to wear lifts. Because lifts, no one's gonna know.
Thought.
Yeah, I'd still do over $100, but worse.
Would you guys play around in lifts?
Yeah,
absolutely. I do every time I'm on camera.
Right.
I make this work.
What was the picture that you posted, Trevor, and you were on your tiptoes behind him?
It was
oh yeah, there was a group photo.
Nation. Yeah.
I just told everybody I was going to do that. That's one of my favorite things to do is in a picture, because like in that one, it was funnier because you could see my feet. But like most pictures, a lot of times you're not going to see somebody's feet, like if it's close enough. And so like you just get on your tiptoes and be like, what are you doing? Like nobody's going to know. Like they're never going to know.
They're going to think I'm a
see
giant.
My toes. Yeah. They're going to think I'm absolutely massive. So yeah, just next time you're in a picture and your feet aren't in frame, or even if they are, because I think it's still a funny bit, just get up on those tippy toes.
Yeah.
Great.
All right. The final story for us today comes in from Cody. He said, I played a C-tier flex start this past Friday morning that was about an hour south of where I live. I was playing this course blind, but fortunately there were some locals on my card that were gracious enough to show me the lines. As the round progressed and conversation started about Zuka carts, since two of us were pulling carts. One of the guys on the card chirps in, I'm trying to sell a compact cart on Facebook, but my cart's missing one knob that holds the wheels on. I replaced it with a part from the hardware store, and the guy I tried selling to is acting like the cart's not worth anything because of it. Some of the other guys piped in and agreed with him. That does not decrease the value of the cart. He proceeds to go on and tell the story about how how the part fell off in the woods and how awful the round was, and he claimed the guy doesn't know what he's missing. Since I put that new part on, that cart rides as smooth as a dang Cadillac. I was pretty quiet during the discussion because I didn't know these guys, but the main reason I didn't say anything is because the guy he was bashing for not taking his cart was me. I had made the trade offer to the guy on Facebook for a Yuli compact cart, but the trade fell through, and the guy messaged me about a similar trade for his cart that quote-unquote rides like a Cadillac. When I asked for more pictures, he sent me them the next day, but noticed the missing knob on the wheel. So I simply asked if the axle was the original part or if it was only missing the standard knob on one side. The funny thing is he never responded. He acted like I had made some big deal about this interaction, but in all reality, I would have still done the trade. I just wanted to know what happened to the cart. I didn't think that I would play a tournament an hour away from home to finally hear the full story. I have to say, I was tempted to say something at the end of the round like, hey, man, I'm still good to do that trade for the card if you are, just to see what his reaction would be, but I chickened out. And I went home, ended up winning my division for the flex start, which was nice and all, but the thing I remember most is getting dunked on in front of my card mates and no one ever knowing.
That's so funny.
Now they know. Now they probably just listen.
Yeah, he's acting like it was a huge deal. This guy just wanted to stir it up for no reason.
Well, the funniest part is just you end up on the same card as this guy, and you notice, like, oh, shoot, he's complaining about me. I'm the guy who didn't trade him.
He just asked a question, man. What's a compact cart?
Smaller ones.
I can't even believe that. Hunter, I can't even believe what kind of failure we are as a YouTube channel that we have not yet made it a punishment for one of us to have to carry a cart for a certain period of time.
That could be a monthly match punishment.
Because like most of the courses we play are in the woods, and it would be awful.
We could hear me out. I'm down for this if you're down for this.
Okay.
Independence would be the worst.
We could do the monthly matches. Whoever loses the monthly matches for the year has to carry a Zuka cart for monthly matches the next year. So you don't have to do it for the entire year, but just for those 12 monthly matches, you have to use a Zuka cart.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down for that. The only thing would be like if we ever fly for a monthly match, we wouldn't have a cart.
Oh, Trevor's gone.
See you later, guys.
Also, rule stipulation: you can never sit down on the cart.
Yeah, that would be important. That would be an important rule stipulation. Well, because if you could sit down, that's almost an advantage.
Yeah, that's actually nice. That's actually nice to have a cart.
Yeah, it's not. It wasn't.
You gotta take away the best.
It wasn't meant to be torture. It was more meant to be funny.
Well, it's not torture. You still we don't sit in our bags.
I'm not going to take that deal if I can't sit on the Zuka cart.
I mean, you're lucky I didn't say that you have to put a 25-pound dumbbell in there too. Yeah, because that's what I was thinking.
Just don't lose.
I was thinking you have to carry
I'm the king
around
of
that.
punishment. I put a 24-hour stream on the line for no reason.
That's
I want to sit on my Zuka cart.
When they're watching this, that starts in what, like 2 hours?
Yeah.
Are you a big Minecraft player?
I mean, I used to be. I haven't played.
There's some online speculation that Trevor just did this because he wanted to play Minecraft.
Not true.
And by online speculation, I mean office speculation. And by office speculation, I mean I think that's what Connor and I both believe.
It's not
How
true.
are you getting your food?
I'm gonna bring
DoorDash everything.
I'm gonna bring. I Google sent many a minute this morning Googling how to like stay alive for 24 hours. And here's where my strategy at this. My strategy at this point is I'm going to have the most like health. I'm going to drink a lot of water. Got to stay hydrated. Have to. Going to bring a lot of healthy snacks. Going to try and feed my body just like the most healthy things possible. So at least I'm getting really good nutrients. Might honestly put my body into shock. I'm going to try to make this chair as comfortable as possible. I'm going to make sure lumbar support is at an all-time high. We're going to be doing stretches periodically. And blue light glasses, necessity.
Can we get a yoga cam? Can we get like a cam to the side for your yoga mat so that when it's stretching time, we just have a little side shot of Trevor just stretching it out?
How are you doing the bathrooms? Are you doing bathroom breaks?
I just walk to the bathroom. I mean, that's not really anything
Nothing crazy.
We have a bathroom cam though as well.
How much? What's the donation? What's the donation for you not to be able to use your chair for an hour?
Oh.
But that's actually a bonus. Like I'm thinking about setting it up in a way that I can stand up anyways, because I'm not going to want to sit in a chair for 24 hours.
You're also not going to want to stand for 24 hours.
Well, no, I wouldn't want to do that either. So if I were to price that out,
there should be like a donation thing where you can't leave your chair for like 6 hours or something. So then, like, if you have to go to the bathroom, you guys just roll in the chair
you guys,
to the bathroom.
Man. Guys, I've been developing a little bit of a menu. If you're watching this right now, if it's any time between Thursday at 7 Eastern and Friday at 7 Eastern, just hop on. I'm there right now. And if you're watching this before Thursday at 7 Eastern, make sure to be there tonight for the start of the stream. I'm very scared. I'm like actual fear.
What's the longest you've ever streamed for?
That's not even the question, Brodie. I've never done an all-nighter.
He's never done an all-nighter. He's never stayed up for 24 hours.
You're just not. You're not. Well, you're not really a procrastinator, so that kind of makes sense.
Well, in college, there were times where I would be up. Like, yeah, of course, in college, like I would stay up till 2 a.m, maybe 3 a.m. Like that happened, but all-nighter never happened. No, I was not a procrastinator to that level. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. A true procrastinator was like, hey, I had all semester to do this paper, and I waited the night before to start.
Well, I think a lot of times the all-nighter happens because you do one and you realize you survived, you live. So then you have it in your like back pocket of like, well, if I need to get something done, I'll just do an all-nighter. I already did it once. But this is more than an all-nighter, Brodie, because this is an all-nighter, all-dayer.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be up all day Thursday, and then be up all day Friday. It's going to be awful.
You kind of need
like 36
What
hours.
are you doing? What are they doing? What are you doing on Thursday? Work. I feel like you need to have a light day. I feel like
my plan is
we got to film on Thursday.
No, my plan is on Thursday.
This is poorly planned.
When I get off work when I get off work at 3, I'm gonna use an air mattress. I'm gonna sleep in the office from 3 till 7. I'm gonna try and take a 4-hour nap. Won't happen, but I'm gonna try at least take a nap in the office on Thursday.
We almost had an off-season tour life
I was
collab
gonna say,
there
Yuli
for a
just
second.
popped in out of nowhere.
Yuli
I was
just
like, what just
popped in.
happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
I was
just
gonna be
popped
like,
up.
Yeah,
Trevor
like,
talking
he
about his nap and then left.
Dang it, dude.
he definitely clicked the wrong link. We were about to get crazy in here for a
Should
second.
have thrown him in the chat. But yeah. I'm scared. I'm not prepared, and
Be sure
you're gonna get dominated. This is very poorly planned.
This is
you
great.
should not.
Be sure
you're gonna be delirious within the first 6 hours.
I hope so.
Because that's what he's doing night first. He's starting at 7.
I know.
This is. Oh, I can't wait. If y'all are watching this, be sure to send your funny screenshots of Trevor during the stream. Just on Twitter, just post them and tag me at FDG_Hunter
Hey,
T. I think something like that.
I'll put in the plug right now. I'm gonna have I have like 10 spots on my server, and if part of all the proceeds from the stream are going to go to charity, they're going to go to Operation Christmas Child that helps get Christmas presents to kids who can't get them, can't afford them. And if you pay, I think it's like $200 or something like that, and like I said, part of that money will go towards charity. You can get on the server with me, so I'll put in that plug now. If you want to
just kill him.
Yeah, there's gonna be other things you can buy though to like reset me and whatnot.
Can I play Minecraft on
your Mac?
My Mac?
Do you have like a console?
What do you mean,
or
no?
like
What do you mean no?
What kind of Mac?
You
you do have a brand new Mac, so you might be able to.
Yeah, what do you mean no?
Well, they're not
you made
built
that sound
for
like
that.
I'm built for that.
I think you played Minecraft, Trevor, on the warehouse PC. I don't think.
No, I didn't. It did not run it.
I let you try.
I did, and it did not run. It didn't have any graphics.
One thing I really real quick. One thing I really want to know, because this will be exciting. I want to know the creepers. Who's watching Trevor play Minecraft at like 4 o'clock in the morning? That's what. Like if there's like 1,000 people watching you play Minecraft at 4 o'clock in the morning, there
won't be 1,000 people watching me at any point.
What's your guess for the peak concurrent, Brodie? Peak concurrent viewer on Trevor's?
I think we said what, 200.
Well, I'm gonna get on there early. I'm gonna stream on Twitch and maybe jump in the server if I can. So we're gonna try to boost the numbers up early to get people excited. So I'm gonna say 500.
500. All right, I like that. All right,
sounds good.
All right, well, y'all can be a part of the 500. Just head over to the Foundation Podcast YouTube channel, and you'll be able to see Trevor grinding it out tonight when you're watching this tonight.
Stay up
if you're
late
watching
with me, guys. Stay up late with me.
If you're watching this a day after it comes out, then he's live right now. So either way, just check it out. You got 24 hours to catch it, so you'll be able to catch it at some point wherever you live. And don't forget,
I'm downloading it right now.
We need as many screenshots of Trevor just suffering as possible. That's always a great time. So other than that, thank you all so much. Don't forget to submit your stories and topics with the link in the description below, and let us know if you have any other suggestions for fun games like Guess That Division. I thought that went great, and we'll bring it back next week. We'll talk to you then.